Hello, boys and girls. This is Henry, and welcome to another story time here at Good Night Daddy. Tonight, we will be sharing a story about a little boy named George who gets a special present from his daddy. A present so special it changed little George's life and the lives of so many others. Here we go. Once upon a time, there was a fun little boy named George. Little George lived on a farm with his family. Mr. Washington, George's dad, was a farmer, and he taught little George how to ride the horses, collect the eggs, milk the cows, and do all of the work on the farm every day. Mr. Washington was especially proud of his beautiful fruit trees. Apple trees, orange trees, lemon trees, peach trees, but most importantly, his favorite cherry tree, the only cherry tree on his farm. He asked everyone to watch over the cherry tree and be sure it stays tall and beautiful with white and pink flowers and all the yummy cherries it would grow. Around this time, little George had a birthday, so Mr. Washington got him a shiny new tool as a birthday present. It was called a hatchet, a very popular gift for young boys back then. Little George got really excited and started chopping anything he can find on the farm. He chopped sticks. He chopped twigs. He chopped branches. He chopped logs. He even chopped fences. He would chop, chop, chop away at whatever he can on the farm until there was nothing left to chop. George was so excited that he started chopping trees. And when he finally stopped chopping, he even chopped down his father's favorite cherry tree. That night, Mr. Washington walked through his farm and saw that his favorite and only cherry tree had been chopped down to the ground. Surprised, sad, and mad. "Who did this?" he said. "Who chopped down my cherry tree?" He asked everyone on his farm, but no one knew. He then came to little George. "Do you know who chopped down my cherry tree?" Mr. Washington sounded very angry. George was scared, but he knew what he had to do. He looked into his father's eyes and said, "I cannot tell a lie. I did it with my hatchet." Mr. Washington took a deep breath and asked little George, "Why did you do it, son? Why did you chop down my cherry tree?" Little George lowered his head and said, "I was having too much fun, and I wasn't thinking. I'm sorry, Dad. I'm so sorry that I chopped down your cherry tree." Just then, Mr. Washington put his hands on George's shoulders. "George, I am really sorry that I lost my tree," he said to his son, "but I am so happy and proud that you were brave enough to tell me the truth. And that means more to me than all of the cherry trees in the world." George never forgot what he learned that day. He spent the rest of his life remembering that you should always tell the truth, no matter what. It changed his life and the lives of so many other people. He became the first president of his country, President George Washington, the United States of America. Boys and girls, we all know it isn't easy telling the truth. In fact, it is usually the harder thing to do. But we have to keep trying. And just like they say, the truth shall set you free. Thank you for listening. Time to turn down the lights. Time to hug our mommy so tight. Sweet dreams, my baby. Good night, Daddy. Daddy, good night.